Kazuma returns to Japan after a long exile for his first job to exorcist a ghost from a wealthy man's mansion. He meets a Kanagi branch member, Shinji Yuuki, who isn't too happy Kazuma is back. Arrogant Shinji starts his exorcism, but this is no mere ghost or a Yaoma. The entire mansion is engulfed in flames as Shinji is knocked out. The owner becomes desperate and offers to pay him 100 times his fees. And with that, Kazuma easily exorcises the Yaoma with his wind power. Then he wakes up Shinji, knowing he couldn't have died from the fire because all Kanagi members are blessed and protected by the Fire Spirit King. Meanwhile, Ayano realizes she stayed out too late for her curfew. 2 hours late. She rushes back, but is greeted by Kazuma's young brother, Ren. He is excited after hearing Kazuma is back, but Ayano can't remember who he is. Except that she easily beat a guy in a single blast in an inheritance ceremony over in Reiha. Shinji reports his failure and Kazuma's return to the head of Kanagi, Jugo, along with Genma, Jugo's cousin. Ayano and Ren also sit in to listen. Genma claims Kazuma is an embarrassment to the family as he lacks the ability to control fire and is no longer part of the family. Ren is his only son. That night, a wind user kills Shinji and 2 others. Hayao Kazumaki of the Wind Fang clan, who serves under the Kanagi family, ascertains they were killed by very skilled wind users. Talk has been going around that it is Kazuma who has killed them for revenge for being kicked out. Shinji's brother, Shingo, seeks revenge. Ayano thinks to catch Kazuma and bring justice to him fast, but Jugo doesn't want her to act rashly, and there is no need for her to act on this. Once Hayao has learned of Kazuma's whereabouts, Ayano sneakily has Shingo and Takeya. At the construction area, Ayano is suddenly whisked away by a wind barrier. She summons Enreya to try and find a way out. Shingo and Takeya confront Kazuma about the family killings, but he denies them. He refuses to go with them to talk to the family head because he is not part of the family and thus has no obligation to do so. This riles up Shingo as he prepares to kill him. Kazuma uses his wind trick to blast them away. They may be able to shield themselves from the explosion's heat, but they are not invincible to the force of the explosion itself. Suddenly, a mysterious force appears from behind Kazuma. It causes the iron beams to fall and kill Shingo and Takeya before disappearing back into the shadows. Kazuma thinks it's the Wind Spirit King and isn't happy since this isn't part of their contract. Once Ayano breaks free of her barrier, she misunderstands the situation and tries to slash Kazuma. Their first meeting in 4 years ended like this. Kazuma asserts he didn't kill them. Kazuma makes his escape since he can't stay and play with her. He notes that it is going to be an all-out war with Kanagi. Circumstantial evidence points out that Kazuma is the one doing the killings and planning to start a war with Kanagi. Jugo remains cautious, so Genma prepares to bring Kazuma back. Kazuma is surprised to get a call from Genma to meet. He remembers when he lost to Ayano. He was begging for forgiveness, but Genma didn't want weaklings and kicked him out of the family. So Kazuma agreed to this meeting to find out if he had surpassed his dad. So at the park, Genma throws him an ultimatum to surrender. Kazuma is not going to surrender, so the two of them fight. Genma clearly shows why he is the best fire user, because all of Kazuma's wind tricks won't do. Now Genma is going to show his true power as he summons Azure Fire, a powerful magic that only a powerful fire mage can summon. Kazuma also gets serious as he summons his wind power. Because of the nature of their elements, Kazuma summons them faster than Genma, and is able to defeat him. However, Kazuma feels empty after his victory. On his way back to the hotel, Ren is waiting for him, but Kazuma doesn't even remember him. Ren knows Genma is defeated if Kazuma is here. He is here to persuade Kazuma. He invites Ren in to talk. Ren wonders if he is a contractor. One who's made a contract with the Spirit Kings themselves gains protection from all the spirits that the king commands. He is also worried that there are rumors in Europe that the legendary contractor has appeared and is believed to be Japanese. Getting straight to the point about the family killings, Kazuma denies it, but doesn't understand why they don't believe him. He tossed away the Kanagi name a long time ago. Though he doesn't hate them, he hasn't forgotten how they abandoned him. Kazuma has said too much, saying that Ren is now on the verge of crying. Kazuma allows him to stay for the night, and Ren wants to talk a bit more. Then Kazuma feels that mysterious force again. It cut the hotel in half, and they escaped through the window. Ayano is on her way to the hotel because she received Ren's message about his persuasion attempt. Seeing Kazuma leaping out with Ren, she thinks he has gone too far to use a building and drop it on her. Once Kazuma is safe on the ground, he tells Ren to go into hiding. Kazuma meets the mysterious guy behind it all for the first time. Also, Kazuma's wind powers go right through him. As they fight, Kazuma realizes it's a distraction because Ren has been kidnapped. Kirika Takebana from Tokyo MPD's Special Investigation Unit and Izumi Kurahashi investigate the ruined hotel. She knows a powerful wind user did this. Kazuma returns to the main Kanagi house. The clansmen think he is here for Jugo's head. Instead of talking, they blast him with their flames. They themselves got easily knocked out. With Jugo coming out, he learns Ren is kidnapped and invites Kazuma in to talk, as he has a few things to ask. He has Kazuma identify the mysterious figure when Ayano barges in to exact her revenge, but Jugo stops her. Jugo points out that the person Kazuma identified is Ruya, Hayao's only son. He reveals their enemy is the Wind Fang clan, and this is their rebellion. As proof, none of the Wind Fang clansmen have been in their mansion since morning. Ayano still believes Kazuma is the killer, but as Jugo points out, if he was, why didn't he kill her since he easily took out Genma? As for why they kidnapped Ren, it was for sacrifice. Kazuma was just a distraction while we prepared for the ritual. The Wind Fang clan was once an underworld clan that Kanagi fought and barely won 300 years ago. As a result, Kanagi sealed their source of power, which is believed to be from a very powerful Yama. Prior to Ren's kidnapping, Hayao had poured some of the latent powers of the Yama into Ryuya and had him possess some demonic powers by becoming a vessel. The ancient Kanagi family sealed their Yama, Jeho, with the seal of fire, Samadhi true flames. However, whoever touches it will be instantly burned. The only exception is the descendant of the Kanagi head who created it. That's Ren. Once the seal is broken, the Yama will reside in the vessel and give the clan absolute power to command its evil spirits. The Yama will devour Ren in the process, thus making a sacrifice. Iono is upset that what they are doing is unjustified, but Kazuma points out that it was Kanagi themselves who drove them to this. What do you expect when you steal their power source and treat them like tools? He understands how they feel. Jugo agrees with him. Since he became the family's head, he tried to resolve this, but it was too late. Ayano still feels it is not right because Ren wasn't born to be a demon's sacrifice. Those words ring something familiar within Kazuma. Someone close once said the same line. Knowing she can't do this by herself, Kazuma feels the need to back her up and have her use Enreya to burn Ryuya from the inside out since Kazuma's wind magic has no effect on him. Jugo also offers his assistance, but Kazuma wants to know how much he is paying. He agrees to his terms and reveals the place of the sacrifice. Ayano is having a bumpy ride with Kazuma to the mountains. She still thinks they're a bad combo. Remembering her father's words on Kazuma's nerve to ask for payment, it is to protect his pride. He is no longer part of the family, and so he can't be seen as saving Ren out of compassion, as saving Ren means helping Kanagi. Jugo says their fate will be one, and trust is very important. Without it, they won't defeat the enemy. Kazuma notes Ayano's fiery personality. It is very fitting for a firefighter. Ayano feels something different about Kazuma when he puts on a serious expression, determined to save Ren no matter what. Ruya attacks their car, but Kazuma manages to dive out in time with Ayano. It's time for a showdown. Ayano charges head-on with her fight against Ruya. Kazuma tells her to have fun while he goes ahead. Hayao begins the ritual to unseal Jeho so that they can obtain the ultimate power to destroy Kanagi once and for all. Kazuma arrives in time to blow them all away and save Ren from being devoured by Jeho. After freeing Ren from hypnosis, Hayao doesn't understand why Kazuma is doing this since he hates Kanagi too. He hates them too, but Jugo hired him for 100 million yen. It's about killing two birds with one stone. With Ruya coming in, they think Ayano has lost. Jeho and Ryuya are drawn to each other's power, so Hayao tells his son to allow Jeho to possess him. He turns into demonic version. The first thing Ryuya did was kill off the Wind Fang clan. So much about loyalty. Ryuya flies off to destroy Kanagi. Kazuma doesn't really mind that, but if Jugo is gone, who is going to pay him? But first, they need to pick up Ayano. She's out cold, beat up really badly. She won't live long since she has demonic energy in her body. He has a very rare elixir to save her, but why use it on her? When she dies, Ren can take in Raiha and be the next head. Ren didn't like that one bit and was engulfed in flames, demanding Kazuma hand over the elixir. Noticing his beautiful flames, which are the key to allowing one to truly become one with the Fire Spirit King, Kazuma agrees to use his elixir. Pouring it in her mouth won't do, and with the liquid in his mouth, he kisses her. Ayano is willing to die to protect Kanagi, but Kazuma tells her not to be foolish because you can't do anything once you're dead. It's only when you survive that you can change things. He leaves Ren to take care of the evil spirits left behind by Ryuya with his purification flames. Ayano gets her rematch with Ryuya, as Kazuma will think of something to stop his wind. His attack from above didn't work, so there's only one way left. He is going to summon a big spell, and Ayano has bought him time. She's so mad at him that if she really dies this time, she'll haunt him like a ghost every night. Ayano couldn't hold much longer and is about to lose. Her self-confidence is rock bottom after all that Kazuma has said to her. However, she strikes back after summing up her determination not to lose. She even cuts Ryuya's arm. Now Kazuma is ready, as Ayano notices his different sparkling blue eyes. She is shocked to realize he is a contractor. With the Wind Spirit King's power, Kazuma nails Ryuya, and Ayano delivers the final blow, thrusting in Raiha into him. Kazuma loses strength after that. Kazuma reluctantly attends the celebration party for Kanagi. Misao Ogami is tasked with serving Kazuma since she is grateful for bringing justice to her brother Takeya's killer. Ayano butts in. She doesn't think Kazuma deserves any more thanks after getting paid. Kazuma agrees. After all, he was half responsible for killing Takeya. Though Ryuya killed him off, it was he who immobilized Takeya. This causes Misao to get upset, and Kazuma dares her to stab him. His wind power prevents the knife from coming even close. Since Kazuma didn't wish for any punishment for her, Jugo grounds her in her room. The next day, Ayano becomes angry. So much so, her friends think she's having boyfriend problems. Then Kazuma happens to come out of the Love Hotel alley with Kirika. Her friends believe he is her boyfriend. Then Ayano plays the stalker. Since she can't find Kazuma, she ropes in Ren. They spot him waiting for somebody at the diner. It's Misao, and she's pretty dolled up. Ayano and Ren continue to tail them to the Love Hotel area. Ayano's anger has reached the boiling point, and the poor innocent post got burned. Once Misao and Kazuma enter the compound, suddenly Kazuma gets sniped, riddled with machine gun bullets, and bombed. Ayano steps in and tells Misao that this isn't going to be enough to kill that guy. True enough, his wind power protects him, and he even has enough time to take out the agents. Ayano, as the next Kanagi head, can't ignore this and wants her to explain it to the elders, but Misao runs away. Once she is cornered at the building top, both girls prepare to showdown. Kazuma now steps in and claims all Misao did was kill him and has nothing to do with Kanagi. But if they don't settle this, she'll come back to kill him. He's okay with that since she can't hurt him. Now Misao is enraged and has another go at him. No matter how much she lambasts him with her weak flames, she can't even touch him. She breaks down, saddened by the fact that her kind brother had to die. Now that she's done, she won't forget this and will make him regret it. That's fine with him, too. After everybody has left, a young boy, Michael Harley, approaches Misao and asks what it is that she seeks. Death? Revenge? Get stronger. All of them. He will make her wish come true. Elsewhere, some slime monster absorbs and kills a woman in a train station. More people get absorbed by the slime, and it is Michael's doing to help level up Misao. Ayano meets Kazuma in his hotel suite since he has been given another mission by Jugo. The one about the slime. Casualties have reached about 100, and each of them seems to have life sucked out. They pick him because, ever since the Wind Fang incident, they have lost their means of reconnaissance. They need all the help they can get. Jugo wants Kazuma to find the culprit and Ayano to finish him off. Kazuma agrees to take on this job, but doesn't want Ayano's help, as she'll get in the way. Here comes her anger. She leaves in a huff so much that her friends think she got dumped on a hotel date. Actually, this is Kazuma's plan to use her as bait since her anger makes her stand out due to her immense fire aura. Misao and friends find themselves trapped in a barrier. The slime attacks them. Ayano can hold her ground, but there is too much slime. Kazuma enters the fray to do what he can. Then the barrier dissipates. Ayano blows her top once she finds out she was used, but he has no time to hear her complain and goes off to trace the source. He finds Misao at the park and can sense she has a demonic aura. She hates him so much that she vows to kill him. She notes that he may be powerful, but he is still human. So even if it is going to take the strength of 100 or 1,000 humans, she'll do it. Ayano now comes running into the scene and plans to finish off Misao. Misao knows she isn't strong enough and goes away. Ayano blames Kazuma for letting Misao get away and warns him about getting in her way. He also warns her to remember who she is talking to, because she must use force, not words, if she wants to stop him. If she wants, he'll fight him. His wind puts out Enreiha's flames. Ayano feels confused about what to do. Misao returns to Michael's side and powers up by being absorbed by the slime that contains the life force and fear of its victims. Jugo tells Ayano that the Ogami family will deal with Misao themselves. Even Misao's father has no qualms about getting rid of her daughter. She is someone who strayed and became mired in corruption. Jugo has hired someone new to work with them, and though he has cancelled Kazuma's contract, Kazuma said he will still act on his own. The Ogami family doesn't want his interference, so Ayano takes up the offer to stop him. It seems the new helper Jugo hired is Kirika. Ayano learns that the police want to be on good terms with Kanagi, and with the Wind Fang out of the picture, they can help with reconnaissance and information. Ayano realizes that she was trying to rope in Kazuma to join her. But since Kirika won't reveal any more, Ayano is once again on the verge of blowing her top. The Ogami family meets Misao at the chapel. Misao notes Kazuma is not here, but expects Ayano since she is sure she will come to fight her. After all, she could tell she was jealous when Kazuma showed more concern for her than Ayano. Ayano can't hold in her anger any longer. But there is no time for that because here comes Kazuma swooping in. With her surprise attack, Ayano tries to stop Kazuma. She's serious, and this actually catches Kazuma's attention enough to deal with her first. Even so, Kazuma is still better than her. Then she plays dirty by using Ren as her shield. Kazuma knows she is buying time, but that won't be relevant anymore because Misao just wiped out the Ogami family. So they rush to the scene and see their dead bodies all around. Misao asserts they aren't her family. Only her brother is her real family, and Kazuma killed him. Misao attacks Kazuma, but is surprised that it is so weak and not leaving a scratch on him. When Michael comes out, Misao begs to give her more power, but he says it's impossible. He knows she can never beat Kazuma in the first place. As the ability to control power is decided at birth, she, as a mage, should know better that she can never control power above that level. He lied to her about being able to beat Kazuma. He has twisted and made use of her confidence to drain 1,000 life forces. When humans really think they can do the impossible, they'll do it. So it's not a sin. After all, Misao killed them all. Misao becomes shocked at being used and collapses. Now that her body is reeking with a demonic aura, Michael starts absorbing them, just as planned. Introducing himself to them, his mission is to slay Kazuma in the name of the stars and the wisdom. As Kazuma is in a way connected to their master, Kazuma remembers something about it. Someone close to him was sacrificed. Michael summons all the life energy and becomes a giant white dragon, Bulatra. They can't kill it either, since Misao is within it, and will die if they do so. Kazuma wants Ayano to purify it with her flames, but she can't do something that delicate yet. Ayano fights the dragon with Enreiha, but she can't concentrate because she's wondering if Kazuma cares more about Misao than her. Kazuma rescues her before she can die, and she asks, why save her if he cares about Misao? He wants to save them. It's no point if she dies. He got this power not to choose who to protect. He will protect everybody and beat that kid. Ayano notices Kazuma bleeding. Must have gotten it while saving her. She chides her for still trying to talk tough and reminds him that he's going to protect them all. So be a man and do it. Kazuma wants her to stall the dragon for 5 minutes while he prepares his big spell. Once he is ready, he turns Enreiha's flames blue. In one strike, Ayano cuts down Bulatra as Michael crawls out in disbelief. How can he lose such power? Then he realizes Kazuma is a contractor. When Misao wakes up, she wants to die for committing such unforgivable sins. However, Kazuma scolds her, saying that taking the easy way out via death won't atone for them all. Besides, she caused him the most trouble and must make it up to him before living or dying. In the aftermath, Misao becomes a nun and decides to live and spend the rest of her life searching for something she can do as atonement. She wonders why Kazuma saved her, as it would have been easy to kill her. He explains that when he was young, he was bullied by other Kanagi kids because he couldn't control fire. The only one who stopped them was Misao. Kazuma promises he'll be back to see her from time to time, because she hasn't paid him back yet. Thank you for watching till the end, and please don't forget to subscribe. See you next time, and peace out.